What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another segment here at Adobe Live with me, your host, Brandon Groce. And you smell that? It's not me, it's Friday. How you guys doing on this beautiful Friday? I hope you guys have had an amazing day thus far, whether you're getting started, it's in the middle of the day, or it's the afternoon. So, with that said, I want to say hello to you guys and your beautiful faces. We have Wade in the chat. What is good, sir? Long time no see. We have Steve Umacorn. We have Stroofy Kyle. So many other people. Laura, Jack, what's going on? We have Yuya. Wow, Viviana. We have the peeps here, guys. It's good to see you all once again. And let's talk about what we're doing today. So we have one more week of this. Obviously, the challenge goes on, but live, I'm talking. So let's talk about what we're doing today. We are working on a particular feature. Let's talk about what it is. And if you are new, how to join. So let's move to my screen. All right, so if you guys are new, first off, let me know in the chat. Put one in the chat, raise hands, or just say, hi, I'm new to XD, and I will fill in the gaps that you need. This challenge is going from the 31st all the way to February 25th, and how it works, you guys can figure out in the link down below, whether you're on YouTube or Behance. But if you're on YouTube, come on over to Behance so that you can talk with the family, and I can see what it is that you're asking, so I can help you out. Wade's got links over there to help you come across on that bridge. So once you go to behance.net/challenge/XD, you come to this wonderful page of how it all works. We talked about this on day 0, so definitely just read through it, but I'll talk to you about one. If you haven't already, definitely join our Discord. Amazing people, amazing work, and I hope to see more of your guys' work. I checked the work that you guys submitted for today. Super excited to review that. But let's talk about what we have for today. So today we are doing a video playback feature special. We're going to be creating a social media app and focusing around the video playback feature. We're going to do some other things, but we're focusing on video. So, and some of the things that you can do with that. So let's dive in. If you haven't already downloaded the starter file, go ahead and download it by clicking the button on this page, or you can download it underneath the video that you're watching. So let's move into Adobe XD, if I remember which one it is. Okay. Here we go, starter file. All right, so what we are doing today, when you open up your starter file, you will be blessed with all of this beautifulness here. Today's vision or design, it was inspired by, Lord help me with this name, Dwinawa. You know what, for Paper Pillar. Let's just say Paper Pillar, okay? Screenshot this name, put it in the dribble. Their work is amazing, and I feel just horrible that I could not. That's a long word, guys. My English is not that good. So, we're inspired by some really cool people here, and we're just going to scoot over and pretend we said that name correctly and get on into what we're going to do. So, regardless, much respect to them. Today would not happen if they didn't do such beautiful work. So, shout out to them. Okay, let's talk. We're going to do 2 screens today. Very simple stuff. We're going to do some stacks, some video related things. So let's hop into it. I gave you all these lovely assets just to start off with so you can play around with it, especially if you're new to XD. So let's get into using them. So first things first, I'm going to steal the color of the background for this app. And I'm going to start pulling in some of my assets here. I've already given you guys some of the titles, things like Discover, to kind of just, speed up the pace a little bit, because sometimes we do cut it a little bit close to the 20-minute mark, and I want us to have a little bit of time to answer questions and some of that stuff today. Hey, what's going on, Fergie? Bliss, leave me alone. You know I struggle with my English, all right? My own name is a little discomforting, all right? So I'm going to pull in my Discover. I'm going to pull in my search icon. And by the way, where I got this search icon, I did not draw it myself. I actually, if you guys look right here at my left hand, not my left hand, the left hand side of my screen, there's this plugin or this Lego icon. And I actually got it from this plugin called Icons for Design. So you can download that by clicking this plus and searching. It's usually the first one up there because literally everybody and their mother uses it in XD. So it should either be here, or you can just type it in here, Icons for Design. And if you search it, it'll be right there. you'll be good to go, and you can just download it. So when you click on it, you can just type in search, and it gives you a whole bunch of hourglasses, or I don't know the actual terminology for this, guys. If you guys know in the chat, let me know. But it gives you a whole bunch of eyeglasses, I guess, or it's not an hourglass, but there's tons of them. I just grabbed this, and we have a couple other assets here. I'm just gonna pull in this puppy. So this is our kind of like our stories feature in this social media app. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Control R so we get our repeat grid. You guys can also, if I undo that, you guys can also select this and go over to here, repeat grid, just like this, and just pull out a couple of these. I'm gonna pull out a couple, just like that. Jack says, used icons for design today. Exactly. See, all the people who know, they know. All right, next thing, I'm just gonna pull in my cards here. We don't necessarily, you know, the things that I wanna do today, making boxes, putting in text, all that stuff is pretty basic. I want us to get to the video. If we have time, do a little prototyping, things like that. So that's why I gave you a lot of what is just to be drag and dropped. So we can get to the fun stuff early. I'm very quickly going to add another subtitle. I'm going to go to Discover. I'm going to just hold Alt and Shift so I can just pull this down and keep it aligned. And I'm going to drop this down to sizing like 25. I'm also going to just get this into place. Just our menu bar, just make sure it's centered. And I am going to then get some of our other content pieces. So I'm going to just pull this in here, make sure it is aligned with my other pieces of content. And I'm going to just select all of this. So going from Discover, holding Shift, clicking our repeat grid here, this piece of content, and these as well. And I'm just going to go to my alignment tools, and I didn't actually really know that there was a shortcut for this. Shift Control Left. We're not doing all that. That's like a video game cheat code. I don't even know what the left. I wonder if that's the left key button. I'm just gonna press this because I know what that does. So there we go. To each their own, ladies and gentlemen. If you know how to slap your keyboard in that fashion, you can go ahead and do it. But we're not built. We're not built like that. So we have Discover. Our next section is going to be called Most Watched. Scroll in here. I'm gonna do the same thing that we did with our stories, except vertical. So I'm gonna hit Control R, and I'm gonna pull down 3 content pieces just like this. And I am going to push this behind everything. So I'm gonna actually go to Control Shift and left bracket, so it pushes everything behind, or it pushes this layer behind everything else. And you can see kind of what I did here. If I go to my layers just like this, and I click on this, we can see that my repeat grid is now behind everything. Before, it was all the way up top. And I can also do this in the layers too. I'm just gonna show you how this works. Pull it behind everything, and there we go. All right, so let's make some more, there's just small adjustments here. I feel like there's a lot of mismanaged space, so I'm going to align some of my things here. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit. Just let everything breathe just a little bit more. Do a quick time check. We are good. So what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to very quickly change the different photos in here. We have a whole bunch of different copy. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to select all of these. And I've ungrouped them, by the way. And I'm holding Control and Shift to select just the photos only, or those circles. I'm gonna go to my plugins, and like I said, on day 0, I have a couple of beautiful plugins that you guys definitely wanna check out. We are looking at user profile here. So I'm gonna click this. I have male and female selected, and I'm just gonna, the quality, I'm just gonna have as regular, and I'm gonna have it insert random photos. So we have our different people here, and we can name them as we wish. All right, so we have page 1 pretty much done. I'm gonna actually pull this. It looks a little cramped up there, so I'm gonna actually pull this down a little bit. I'm gonna pull this down just a little bit too. Alrighty, so let's get into page number 2. So I'm gonna press A. I'm gonna go to my mobile templates right here. I'm just gonna click 13, and we have the same size as previously done. Jack says, imagine a bass guitar as an input device to replace a keyboard. That would just make everything super hard. Kyle says, some people slap the bass guitar, Brandon slaps the keyboard. I mean, honestly, my daily life is slapping the keyboard. A lot of people are like, oh, Brandon, you know what you're doing? I'm like, listen, I am attempting to swim and teach you guys how I'm trying to swim. So everybody has a little bit of the piece of the puzzle, and you guys have seen that live many times. If you guys have watched this, you know, we all help each other figure out better, more efficient ways of putting things together, and that's what I love about Adobe Live and the people in the chat. Okay, so let's move on to the next screen. I'm going to pull something up for myself here. And what we're going to do is we're going to steal this color again from the background. And I'm going to start pulling my other assets in here. So this little painting, if you guys have opened up the starter file, this is actually our video. And if I go to my layers, you'll see that it's just a video masked with a rectangle. So I'm actually just going to pull out, I'm going to copy the video so I can pull it out, and we can kind of, I can show you guys how I masked it and kind of put it into place. So let's kind of format this first. I want to, let's mask it first. So all I'm going to do, because I actually got this question earlier today in terms of, you know, Brandon, I remember everything that you kind of do, but masking I always forget. So I am going to press R to get my rectangle tool. And I'm just going to drag it over the specific points or specific areas that I want to actually be in view. So what I want to be in view and everything outside of that box is going to be cropped. So now I'm going to select both. I'm just going to click outside, drag over top both of these assets, right click, mask with shape. If you want to be like a superhero or a Spider-Man, I don't know. You want to slap your keyboard, you can also do, let's undo that. You can also do Shift Control M, but I like to keep my hand on my mouse. You know, the temperature of my mouse changes because I sweat, and it feels weird when I move it, and I put my hand back on and the mouse is cold. So that's a personal problem. If you feel fine slapping your keyboard with those specific strokes, more power to you. All right, so we're gonna just size this to the top, just like this. And we are going to grab a couple of things. We want a little live indicator at the top here. This is essentially, we're gonna watch Charlie paint abstract masterpieces. We're gonna be able to click on this and this will open. That's the experience that we want. We're very quickly gonna go to our plugins, icons for design. We're gonna get an arrow very quickly. And I'm going to grab, you know, I'll just grab one of these and I will elongate it. So I'm going to flip it, change it to a lighter color. I'm gonna pull this down. I'm gonna try to align these two. And it's going to be a little bit odd because this box is a lot larger than this, but you know, we'll figure that out in a little bit. We don't necessarily need to figure that out right now. But next, what we are going to do is we're just going to drag these pieces over just to get them over with. Our title, the views, the likes, the content creator. We're also going to move in our message box just like this. Center that. We also need our menu, just copying that over. I just copy and paste it onto this artboard. And now we need a little bit of a section for our comments. So I'm just going to drag out a new rectangle. I'm going to turn off the border. I'm going to take a lighter version of this background color. So I'm going to just going to drag this up just a little bit. Hold on. A warm mouse and a happily slapped keyboard equals content. Someone take a screenshot of that. That's perfectly said, Wade. All right. And apparently I'm the grandpa yet again, according to Bliss. Okay. I lost train of thought. All right, so what we're going to do here is I want to label this section live chat. So I'm going to take Discover. I'm going to bring this down to 20. I'll call it live chat. There we go. Make sure that this is in line with everything. And I'm going to actually, let's see. I might cheat here, ladies and gentlemen, depending on what time it is. All right, we got 4 minutes with it. We're fine. I'm going to take, no, I'm stealing something. we're not gonna, what's it called? Leave it to chance. So I'm just copying this asset, this photo right here, and we're gonna pick a new face for it. We want this to be a commenter. So I have this already. And I want to replace the photo. So I'm gonna go back to my plugins, user profile, insert random. There we go. And I am going to draw out a comment. I'm going to make this the color of the background, turn off the border, pull in the radius, and you know what? I also might add a little bit of this might be darker. Just like that. Just so there's a little bit of separation. If it looks ugly, holler at me in the chat. Just let me know. But I feel like there needs to be some sort of separation between, hey, there's this content sort of details here, and then we have everything else underneath. So we have this. We're going to give our commenter a name. So I'm duplicating this text from up top, duplicating it. We're going to call, we'll just call it Julia H. And we are going to just create her comment down below. Get a text box, widen it up. We are going to drop this weight to regular. And we're going to go to, again, plugins, lorem ipsum, quick lorem ipsum. Should fill up the space for us. And we might drop this down to 14. Fix our spacing. We'll do 14 times. All right, we'll just play with that. We'll try to get this centered in our little bubble here. Group that. And there's our comment. All right, so with the 2-ish minutes we have left, let's kind of, first off, let's talk about this video. This is important because we haven't talked about it. So when we play this, it auto plays. And I want to show you guys why that works, what's going on there, and how to edit that if need be. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to design. We're going to click on our video. I'm going to show you, this is in a mask, remember. So if you click the mask, you will not have the options here. We're going to click on our video, which is this one. You'll see Adobe DCC painting recording, and we get these video options right here. And what we're going to do is there's a couple options. We have play on tap, play automatically, no playback, and this little button here allows you to add a thumbnail to the actual video. So if you don't want the video actually, if you want a thumbnail, essentially just think about it like YouTube. If you upload a video, there's a thumbnail for you there that you can upload, so that's what's showing first. And another thing is you can also mute your video. You can unmute it. I'm not going to unmute it because there's some Missy Elliott music playing behind this and there will be some copyright strikes, which we are not going to do. And you can also actually trim the video. So for example, here I've trimmed it a little bit. You can trim it a lot. So I like this, so you can get the very specific beginning and end time of the video and the exact time frame that you want. So if you only want it to play for 5, 10, 15 seconds, that's perfect. You can even loop the playback. So I'm going to loop it. I'm going to press, I've re-edited this. I'm going to make sure to save my trim, everything else. I get to play how exactly, I get to just see my video here, how it would look. And so when we open this up, all of my changes should actually be in the prototype. So that's really the important piece that I wanted to stress with you guys today. It's very simple, but I wanted to create an app and a use case in which you would probably be using video, and also give you guys basically a showcase of all the different options and things of that nature when it comes to video. Now I'm going to go over to chat real quick because there might be some questiones, and if not, that's totally fine. Stroofy says, XD video, here we come. Indeed, we are coming. So, alrighty, let me see. Alright, seems like everybody is A-okay. If you guys have questions, please let me know. But we are about to switch gears here. I do want to prototype this very quickly. Now, it's not our main thing for today, but if you guys are interested in terms of, I'm going to do a simple transition today. So I'm going to go to prototype. I'm going to click this asset that we dragged on. I'm going to pull this over to our second artboard, and we're going to actually do a super basic transition. We're going to do a tap trigger. The type is we're going to do a transition, and we're going to do dissolve. I have not done this on Adobe Live because I love auto animate so much. But this is just to illustrate how easy it is that you can make transitions when you're making just very basic prototypes and just trying to get it out. So all I did is I've basically said, when this particular asset is clicked, take me to this artboard. I'm going to do the same thing here. When this back button is pressed, please take me back. We're going to do tap trigger, transition, dissolve. All right, let's see what we have. Click. Video auto plays. We can go back. And we even have our Lottie animation here. So we are Gucci, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we have for today. And I'm super excited to see what you all put in the Discord. And with that said, let's move on into the Discord, see what you all have submitted. Actually, I have some of them up. They're absolutely awesome. And actually, before we kind of segue, because I will forget to come back here, if you want to export or share this prototype, all you need to do, first off, if you want to record the prototype, press play. You guys can record this beautiful prototype by clicking this little button right here, or Windows G if you're on PC, or just downloading a screen recorder. I personally use Screen Rec to record the screen and the interaction that you have with your mobile, web app, things of that nature. If you just want to export your screens, select the artboards that you want to export, go to File, Export, and click Selected or Control E. It'll bring you to this page. You can export as PNG, SVG, PDF, and a JPEG if you wanted to. And you just put it where you want and you hit export. Easy day. All right, but we have about like 2-ish minutes to check out some of the coolness. Where is my, that is not the right one. Let me see, boom. So we had some really cool showcases, or some of you guys who showed some of your last challenges, yesterday's challenges, what you guys created in XD, you shared on Discord, and I opened some of your guys' stuff on Behance. And I absolutely love, this one is Lauren Stanton. I loved how she used XD. I think this is an actual, I'm not entirely sure, but she exported this, I think, through XD. I just loved how she used the animations, things of that nature. And there's so many more. Like, if you guys haven't checked out the submissions in Discord, highly recommend, because if I could go through all of them, I would today on screen. And you guys just excite me with what you guys are putting out there, the camaraderie that you have, and you know, the new upskilling I see in everybody's work each and every day through each challenge. And that's what it's really all about, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we have time for one more, right? Okay, we got 1 minute. Let me see if I can sneak it in. Where is it? I think it's this one. This is Yuya. Let me see if I can pop this open very quickly. All right, it's 20 seconds. Just everybody breathe with me. It's very cool, very clean. But definitely check them out in the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. With that, I think we got to close out. I do not want the hammer to slap me again today. We're trying to be good on that. So with that said, last thing, if you are putting things on Behance, please make sure you use the tags XD Daily Challenge or XD Creative Challenge so we can put them in our proper curated collection so everybody can see your beautifulness. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Brandon Groce, wishes you an amazing Friday. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I'll meet you guys back here same time, same place on Monday with a new and beautiful challenge. And with that, I want to thank you all for hanging out. Have a great day. Take you guys and see you next time. Peace.